This is an activity which comes under our team project. For the topic of our team project, we chose conflict and peace. For this assignment, we have created two imaginary countries, Orton Land and West Radiance. To summarize this assignment, we were tasked with solving a border issue between Orton Land and West Radiance. Orton Land and West Radiance are in a serious conflict and we were tasked to solve this issue. Orton Land is a democratic country which follows the UN's rules, while West Radiance is a country controlled by a brutal dictator who treats their citizens extremely poorly. West Radiance has also threatened Orton Land's security multiple times. Peacekeepers have been assigned to Orton Land by the UN to prevent any conflict between the neighboring nations. This assignment was assigned to be creative, fun, and to challenge our imaginations. It also encouraged us to do a lot of research regarding the issues of border territories shared by other countries and helped us learn about how the UN solves these issues. Now we will start an introduction for each country, starting with Orton Land.
Orton Land, our system of governing is democracy, our national food is oats, our national drink is oat beer, our capital is Great Town. Our population is 81 million, our currency is oatmeal, our president is Saran, which is me. Law, treat everyone equally regardless of gender, race, amount of oatmeal, wealth, etc. Slavery is banished. If you found guilty with possession of a slave or multiple slaves, the person or people will have to pay the sum of 5 million oatmeal and imprisonment of 70 years. Those in possession of less oatmeal will be prioritized and supplied by the government. Higher education will be a must and it is mandatory for schools to issue low-fee bills. Expatriates, refugees, and other people of different nations, including West Radiance, are welcome to reside in our glorious nation. However, they must bring their oaths of their nation as a sign of peace.
We come from a country called West Radiance. We are ruled by a dictator, which is me. Our flag symbolizes negative and positive energy. When a negative energy attacks a nation, the positive energy blocks it or fights against it. Our map is shaped somewhat like a crystal because we are rich in crystals. Our map is famous for chocolates, crystals, and swords. We have been having a conflict with Orton Land for a very long time now because both the countries are stuck in a misunderstanding about the borders. A small part of our country is taken by Orton Land and a small part of their country is taken by West Radiance. And both countries want their respective land back. We have also done research on few countries which were ruled by dictators like North Korea and Cambodia, after which we started to work on our project.
Our capital is Sangyu, which means blood. Population 700 million. We are rich in chocolates, swords, and crystals. Our currency is Rees. Our national animal is black alpaca. National flower is red rose, legal age 20 years. National color is black and red. The laws. In the end of the year, inspection will be held for all the families, and if a family doesn't even have a child, he or she will be executed. No one is allowed to come out of their house from 12 to 2. It's a curfew for everyone. Everyone should serve the military from the age 17 to 21. Every year, each male should come up with a new idea to conquer the rest of the world. If the idea is not liked by the defense minister, then the person will be sent to prison for a year. Citizens and tourists are not allowed to wear short clothes. It's a rule for everyone, even the males. Drugs are prohibited in our country. If anyone is found doing illegal business of drugs, then he or she will be executed. Oaths are banned in our country, and if anyone is found with oaths, then the respective person's hands will be chopped off and will be sent out of the country. Citizens are not allowed to keep the same name as the current ruler. Photos of military are sensitive information. Military or security personnel may lead to arrest, detention, possibly deportation. Any sensitive information should not leak out of the country. If it is, then the person will be arrested for the rest of his or her life. Tattoo is banned in our country. Citizens should not have any contact with any other country's citizens. Thank you.
We have done research on some countries, such as North Korea, Cambodia, which were ruled by dictators. Now I will be talking about Cambodia. The Khmer Rouge was a brutal regime that ruled Cambodia under the leadership of Marxist dictator Pol Pot from 1975 to 1979. Pol Pot attempts to create a Cambodian master race through social engineering, which ultimately led to the death of more than 2 million people in Southeast Asian countries.
So now I'm going to be talking about the UN's peacekeepers and about conflict and peace. So who are the UN peacekeepers? UN peacekeepers are those who work alongside with the UN police to promote stability, security, and peace processes. They protect personal and property, and they do this by working with local communities and security forces to enforce lasting peace. These soldiers are identified by a blue helmet, such as the one I am wearing right now. As you can see, I am a peacekeeper. I was assigned by the United Nations at the borders of Orton Land and West Radiance to solve the conflict that has been happening between the two countries for many years now. I have been working with Orton Land's government, and they have come up with a solution along with the help of the UN. So what is conflict? How is it caused? There are many ways conflict can be caused. However, there are two main causes, one of which is when there is a change in the organization. When a change in the organization occurs, the way that things were run is bound to change. People may disagree with this and as such cause a conflict to bring back the ways in the past. Now, another cause is that people might have different interests. This could cause a clash between people arguing whose idea is better, and this can eventually escalate into a bigger scale conflict. Now, while conflict is easy to cause and is hard to make peace with, there are multiple ways to solve them. One way is to be accommodating, adjusting the situation so that you sacrifice your concerns to satisfy the other party's needs. Another way is to compromise. All parties would surrender something so as to reach a mutually acceptable solution. Thank you.
Orton Land's solution to the border issue. By negotiating with West Radiance regarding the border issue, as you can see in the map, Orton Land shares a border with West Radiance. Us, the representatives of Orton Land, would like to have custody of half of the border we share. The people of Orton Land believe in peace and we wish to solve the situation peacefully without any conflict. As a guarantee of our safety and as a peaceful agreement, we respectfully demand the International Court of Justice to issue documentation and rules to protect Orton Land security from our neighboring nation, as there have been attempts that have threatened our nation's security. West Radiance accepts the deals and conditions from Orton Land and have agreed to settle this conflict in a peaceful manner, without a war. West Radiance and Orton Land have decided to share half of the border, the part closest to the territory, with the help of the UN peacekeepers. Thank you.
Thank you.